After using the iOS 27 Beta 2, I found over 20 new features and changes, and some of them are things iPhone users have wanted for years.
Safari can now create tab groups automatically based on different categories. So now, if you have multiple tabs open about similar topics, Safari will put them in a group, making the interface much more clean and clutter-free. It also has a new Notify Me option that will notify you whenever the website updates the content you're interested in. You can use it to create price alerts so that you don't have to come back every day to check for price drops. You can also configure how frequently you want Safari to check for changes, daily, weekly or monthly, and at what time. The layout of the Safari app is also different on iOS 27. Instead of the menu, you get a dedicated button to access all tabs, and options like bookmarks, reading list, and history are at the top. If you use AirPods, then with iOS 27 update, you now get access to a custom equalizer, allowing you to control lows, mids, and highs. Finally, you can tune the AirPods according to your sound preferences. To access it, just open AirPod settings, tap on audio routing, and select equalizer. Another new feature is in the Find My app. Previously, when you shared your location with someone, you'd get the option to choose the duration. You could share your location for 1 hour, for 1 day, or indefinitely. But now with iOS 27, you can set a custom duration for sharing your location. Next up is the new Siri. It's now called Siri AI instead of Apple Intelligent Siri. The new Siri AI now sits inside the dynamic island, and it brings a new liquid glass type animation. Besides the design change, the new Siri now has contextual awareness. It can understand complex commands and even perform actions across different apps. Hey Siri, copy this caption, save it as a note, and send it to Prakhar on WhatsApp. Siri now has a dedicated app, making it similar to ChatGPT or Gemini. It can now store conversation history that syncs via iCloud, and it also allows users to pin important chats. This prevents context loss from accidental dismissals. Besides this, you now get a new Siri option in the camera app, which is basically visual intelligence. You can now access it from here, and all your interactions using visual intelligence will also be available inside the new Siri app. You now get a dedicated night mode in camera. Previously, the night mode only showed up when the iPhone would detect it's really dark. But now, you can access it anytime, even when you're in bright lighting conditions. You also get some cool new editing features. The spatial reframing allows you to swivel the image and adjust the framing angle, generating additional required details using AI, and it works flawlessly. The cleanup is finally fixed with iOS 27. Now it can remove objects with good accuracy and fills the empty part naturally. Previously, if you tried to use the cleanup with complex details, it would just ruin the image, but now it works flawlessly. Another new editing feature is the Extend. It basically allows you to zoom out on an image and uses AI to generate the environment around it, essentially letting you extend the frame and creating a wider angled image than it was originally. And this Extend feature also works on wallpapers. So if you have downloaded an image which is a bit too zoomed in, you can now extend it so that it fits your screen and looks good. The new Siri AI is not just limited to the Siri app. You can use Siri AI to proofread or rewrite the content of notes for you. It's basically like ChatGPT but built-in inside the Notes app. You can now also access Siri across multiple apps like Files, Messages, and Photos. This way, you can now ask Siri for summaries, explanations, or actions based on specific photos or files. And if you go into the Siri settings and enable Expressive Voices preview, you'll now find the option to customize the Siri voice and adjust its pace and expressivity. I cannot configure it yet on the Beta 2, but by the time stable iOS 27 gets released, this feature will be available.
We still have a lot of features to cover, and it takes great effort to make these videos. So I'd appreciate if you like this video and subscribe to the channel.
Back to the features. iOS 27 updates gives you the option to make the clock in lock screen much smaller. So if you want, you can have an aesthetic and minimal lock screen. With iOS 27, the connectivity widget is now even more resizable. Previously, you could either make it as a small square or as a large widget that covered the entire screen. But now you can resize it to a rectangular panel. iOS 27 also fixes one of the most annoying problems. Instead of one unified volume for notifications, alarms, and ringtones, you can now set volume for each of these settings separately. Finally, you can now silence notifications without having to miss calls. In the Photos app, you can now get a preview of all the files you have selected, making it easier to double check and manage what files you want to share. You also have 2 new folders, making it easier to find what you're looking for. First is the identity document. All your documents containing your IDs like license, passport and other identifications will automatically be sorted and will be available in the identity documents folder. So no more scrolling through hundreds of photos just to find a single document. The other folder is Captured by Me. It shows all the photos and videos that you captured from your phone. Basically, it's the camera folder you get on Androids.
Can't believe it took Apple almost 20 years to give this basic feature.
Another basic Android feature now available with iOS 27 is the Save Video Frame option. You can now capture a frame from the video and it's different from a screenshot. You see, the screenshot also captures the timeline and other screen elements, but the Save Frame from a photo feature only captures the specific frame from the video. This feature has been available on Android for years. You now also have the option to adjust the intensity of the glass effect using this transparency slider. You can either make the elements fully glassy like see-through or make them opaque. I also noticed some other design changes like the timer animation is different. You can now use this slider to set the timer duration and it looks way nicer than before. The power off menu also has a new design. It now has the liquid glass elements which looks very cool. Lastly, when you call someone on their birthday, your iPhone will display a birthday banner with date and firework animation which looks super sleek. It's a subtle reminder to wish them before you start the conversation, and honestly, it's a thoughtful addition. But remember, for it to work, you'll need to add the person's birthday date in the contacts.
So those were all the best iOS 27 features I found. Comment below which features I missed, and if you enjoyed the video then leave a like, subscribe to Gizmo Rush for more such videos, and I'll catch you in the next one.